Okay, we've made it to the bank. It should be pretty safe from here, so no PKs. Pretty happy with that. So we actually made it to the major arena without bumping into any PKs. I was originally going to head there via Ardoin, but decided to go there via Edgeville because I wanted to pick up the monk robe set from the monastery in the Edgeville and cook the swordfish and lobsters that I had in the bank from Wintertoad. Now, the actual fight itself to get the God Cape is really easy for me to do these days, and that's with thanks to Deadman mode. Actually, you see, there is a way to safe spot the boss in the arena. If you trap him behind a skeleton and then step away far enough, then you can far cast a spell to attack him without being in range for him to attack you, meaning you don't have to use a prayer potion to restore your prayer points whenever you have to use Protect from Magic. Now, normally this method is done with the Fire Strike spell in Demo mode because people like to get the God Cape within the first few hours of the game, and the higher level spells are really expensive in comparison to using the Mind Runes for Fire Strike. But I have a lot of death runes on my hardcore Ironman because I grew cats and sold them for 200 death runes when they were fully grown up, whilst I was grinding 70 agility for full graceful and the Tavily Pipe shortcut to Blue Dragons, which I then used to get to 60 magic and get my protection prayers in the first place. After completing the magic arena, I got my God Cape and decided to go with Zamrak because I like the red on black colour of the cape. I don't think I'll ever unlock the God spells on the normal spellbook on this account, otherwise I probably would have gone with the Gothic cape because the Claws of Gothic spell lowers defense, which would have been more useful to me than the other God spells effect. So we have the God cape now, and whilst we're here in the magic arena, I don't ever think I'm ever going to come back here at this point after getting the God cape. This is going to be the last time I'm going to be in the magic arena on my hardcore Ironman. I thought I would use this opportunity whilst I'm here to buy out this store. Now what I'm going to buy out is some cosmic runes I need to hop because two bots were just here who just bought out the cosmic runes. But I'm going to buy 250 lore runes and probably going to hop for the nature runes as well. And what I'm going to do is, the reason why I'm doing this is because I don't know when I'm ever going to be able to get these runes again. I'm only 3 magic levels away from being able to boost up to enter the magic guild in Yanyo, and then using the mage shop there to buy the high level runes like just cosmic runes, which are really useful on an Iron account. But whilst I'm here, I don't know when I'm going to be getting 63 magic, so let's get these lore runes because they're really useful. I'm out of lore runes right now, and then we'll move on and start planning the next step of this account now that we've grown out the God Cape. So I've had a think about what I'm going to do next as part of my grind, and I think it's time to get onto the Slayer grind. That means we're going to need to start changing our melee stats. Now I already have the Gnome Village quests done that give you the bonus strength and attack XP. Only other quest that I need to do is Vampire Slayer, and I think there's another one that you do for Recipe for Disaster that gives some attack XP as well. I can't remember the name of it right now. But we're here in the, is it the Legends Guild or the Heroes Guild? I'm not sure what the name is. And what we're going to do is we're going to buy up some equipment here, and rather than spending time at Fire Giant and grinding out for Rune Scimitar, I'm just going to use a Rune Longsword to get my attack up to 60. It's not as good as Rune Scimitar, but I think the time spent using the Rune Longsword rather than grinding out for Rune Scimitar and then training my melee sticks up with that weapon would save a lot more time. I'm also going to buy some Green D'hide here as well when we get our range level up and a coif. Now I can make a coif. And we're probably going to buy a Rune Plate Leg and the Rune Chain Body as well, and then we'll eventually get Dragon Slayer done and out of the way. So that's our equipment done. All we need to do now is get some states done. We're going to go and get our first Slayer task as well. I'm not sure what Slayer Master I can use at the moment at level 48 combat. We can use, Vanica and Edgeville. So we're going to head over to Vanica and we're going to get our first Slayer assignment. Alright, the first ever Slayer assignment on this account. What is it going to be? Oh yeah, I have to do the dialogue, what's Slayer and blah blah blah. It won't take too long to get through. Wow, can you teach me? Okay, what's my task going to be? Okay, what's first? Cow fight. decent task to start off with. Alright, so we're here at the spot where you can crack the clue, and I'm going to get the helm of Raywald, wherever it is. I can't remember the exact spot. It's around here somewhere. Oh, there we go. What this gives us is it gives us a decent early game boost for our defensive bonuses until we obviously can wear the full helm. So let's go and do our first car fight task, and let's get some gains in. So it just occurred to me gearing up here, I actually don't have an amulet, something that I didn't consider when I was about to do this car fight task. I was in the Alcadru Desert to head to car fights, and the only available amulet that I can think of making right now is the strength amulet, and what I'm going to need is I'm going to need 50 crafting to get that. Now I'm planning to train crafting anyway because, well, it's very essential for the Ironman. So I'm thinking instead of doing the car fight task tonight, I'm going to head out to the port stadium and around those areas and start making molten glass and get my crafting up to 50. So that's going to be the grind, and we're going to grind out a strength amulet. So we are level 46 crafting right now. We're almost there to level 47, so we're only basically 3 levels off from level 50 for the Ruby amulet. But I'm incredibly bored of doing molten glass. I don't know how people do it all the way up to 70, high 80, 85 for the Fury and so on. So what I've decided to do is, whilst I'm here in Alcadru, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create. That's embarrassing. I'll be back in a second. Okay, we're back because I forgot the mold ring because I'm an idiot. What we're going to do is we're going to craft a diamond ring, and then we're going to enchant it and turn it into a ring of life. And that means my account should be pretty secure if something bad happens. And whilst we're here in Alcadru, we've came all the way to Alcadru to get a chisel because I have a load of gems in my bank. But the main reason is we're going to go to the Shantae Pass to buy out the bronze bars in the shop there. And what we're going to do is we're going to train our smithing up to level 15, so we can then craft iron bars. And we're going to do the knight sword to get our smithing up to around probably about 30 smithing after I've done that quest. And the reason why we've done doing that is because that will allow us to then turn silver ore into silver bars that I can use to train crafting, because I am really tired of molten glass and I would prefer to do the rest of the levels on silver and then turn that into symbols or whatever I can make from the crafting level that I'll have. So let's go and buy out these bronze bars. Sold out, that's not a good sign, and we'll see what happens. Alright, we're about to hit the level 15. We can now make iron daggers, and we can now smelt iron as well. So what we're going to do now is we're going to use the rest of the bronze bars that I have in the bank. I ended up making them via smithing, so it's taken me a couple of hours to accumulate this, and this is all the bronze armor that I made. And what we're going to do is we're going to turn the rest of these bronze bars into arrowheads, and then we're going to fletch them later on to train range, just because I don't have any other use for these bronze bars. And then we're going to get some, what's it called, the red berry thing. That's the ingredient for the pie that you need to give the dwarf knight sword. So let's withdraw our hammer because we just banked it, and then let's get on smithing, and then let's finish, or start I should say, and then finish the quest. Okay, so we got the blue-right sword and we're about to hand it in to the squire, and let's see what smithing level I'm going to get from all the XP. There we are, and we've got level 32 smithing. We can now make steel maces, but more importantly we can now make steel bars and silver bars. So I'm going to head out to the crafting guild nearby. I'm going to start running some silver ore. I think I'm going to stop by Alcadru actually to pick up a holy symbol mold, and then from there we'll start making holy symbols to level 50 crafting. Another milestone on the account, we are now at 41 mining, which now means we can wield and use the rune pickaxe. We're one level away from crafting, and I've actually been doing some rune crafting on the way to the crafting store at the air altar, and I got myself to level 33 rune crafting. Well, there we are guys, a 2-day grind has just finished. We are now level 50 crafting. We can now make the ruby amulet. However, we have a slight problem. We have no gold bars, and we do not have the smithing level to make gold bars. So the next thing I'm going to do is Goblin Diplomacy. It will take me a little while to get the dies together for that quest, but it should be good. And the reward for Goblin Diplomacy is a gold bar, so that will allow me to make my strength amulet. So that's what we're going to do next. And that is Goblin Diplomacy done. Didn't take me a long time to do, as it is a relatively simple quest. But more importantly, we have the gold bar we need to make the ruby amulet. Okay then, so it's time to end this grind and make the ruby amulet. So we're going to pop that into the furnace. We're going to use this ball of wool on that, and it's going to make a ruby amulet, and then we're going to enchant it. And there we are, the strength amulet is complete. We now have our first good amulet in game, and as you can see in my inventory, I have all the full armors needed up until rune. I don't have a full rune yet, obviously, but this will do me until I reach up to that level 40, and then we'll start grinding out rune items. And yeah, let's get on to this cow fight task, finish it, and start preparing ourselves for Dragon Slayer. And we just missed the level again, but now we have Protect from Melee done, so we have all the protection prayers we needed to do, which makes our account a lot more secure when we do more dangerous stuff. The only thing I need to do now is get the God Cape, but I still have over 200 Dragon Bones in my bank that I still haven't used up, and because I'm going out